Hello everyone, and welcome back to some Elden Ring Invasions, this time featuring our favorite magenta-haired princess, Eirina. This build's pretty much almost identical to the Princess Eirika build, being a dexterity faith build. However, I'm just using a bunch of weapons that I like. So I'm using a Chilling Mist, keen butchering knife with an offhand hand axe, and I've got my strong blade longsword on soft swap and endure to help deal with the moon veils. However, here now we have a double bloodhound fang white mask gamer. These guys, you could do a lot of damage. As you can see here, the key difference in some of the stats is we have 22 faith, which allows us to use the sacred relic sword and as well as the frenzy burst. Sacred relic sword with wave of gold has just it does good damage, but mostly it just eats up a whole lot of the screen, and sometimes you just need something that also just eats everything. Oh yeah, and then because the Frenzy Flame Seal scales off of Dex, and I have Radigan's Icon, I have like max cast speed and pretty good spell damage scaling. As you can see, their Hyper Armor carries us through, and we are able to take out the White Mask Gamer, because they're using strong stuff, and I've gotten all the achievements in this game. I don't feel bad about using Sacred Relic Sword, because what I would say is, like, it's really annoying to fight when you have someone spamming, like, Stars of Ruin and all sorts of other stuff at you, and, oh, watch this. That follow-up Stormblade, did you see that blue flash? He was going for a Moonveil L2, and my L2 won. Stormblade better than Moonveil. You heard it here. Oh yeah, and this guy was cool. He was just doing a solo Taunter's Tongue run, and I just ran into him, and it was just a cool little duel, and it shows off the axe setup. And he also provided a little light there, which was cool. But yeah, so Wave of Gold, I would say the biggest complaint I would say for it is, besides like overleveled phantom problems, is that it can be kind of laggy in the hitbox. Isn't that great on it? But if that was tightened up a bit, it's not busted. Like, it's not Sleep Halberd. But yeah, so this guy, he's just got some good decked weapons, and unfortunately he had a little bit of a guard there when he was moving, and my running R2 caught it, and that was just unfortunate. But GG, well, GG all the first guys, because the first crew just seemed like an honest duo walking through there. Now here, when is in Castle Sol, sometimes there are hosts that just like camping outside and waiting and not coming in. So you have to weigh the options of how do I do this. So you know that the big axe, little axe is just one of my favorite setups right now, and that's kind of what I go into everything with. But we have Sacred Relic Sword on this build in order to just like take up space and clear big stuff. And seeing that this guy has a great shield, I'm going to swap to lordsworn's greatsword, which has and this is lightning infused just for higher overall attack rating, and this has a 110 crit modifier. So, like, is it as much as Misery Cord? No, but it is also a great sword on top of having the crit modifier. So it's just you guys will just see in just a moment. Although I don't get the kick, I do get a running R2. Yeah, crits off of this just do a ton of damage, especially with the riposte modifier. So, and I think I was saying at the beginning of this one, with Castle Soul invasions, you have to like gauge whether or not they're going to sit outside or you can try and lure them in. And those guys decided to come in, which was really useful. And here is more of just a little bit showing how Sacred Relic Sword is a little bit useful because the Draconic Tree Sentinel can hit me. And he hits very, very hard, and usually there's a lot of high-level gamers around here. And Sacred Relic Sword also has a 110 crit modifier, which is really nice. So, in in of all of the chaos of getting hit with potentially getting hit with the Draconic Tree Sentinel, and this being a really late game area, there's usually a lot of big spells, and there's really no other PvE before the Fog Wall. This is, especially when the Tree Sentinel is dead, is a common area for hosts to try and gain. So it is having something like the Sacred Relic Sword just for big area control is super useful. And there is one thing I want to point out here of you can't jump it. As much as you want to try, you cannot jump it from the regular ground. Alright, and now here we are back at Castle Soul. Now, you might be saying Mithril. Well, also too, with the name of Gotcha, you know that it's going to be something very, either something very silly is going to happen, or this is going to be a very obnoxious host to fight. But although this is, what I'd say, it's not like a cosplay build or anything, having robust, strong builds is nice because sometimes you just get to slow down and appreciate the silly things. Like this guy standing around with almost no health. GG guy. Gotcha. Ha ha ha. Very intended pun, because 95+% of the time when someone has a name like that, they're not fun to fight. And now this guy just swapped off of, the Phantom just swapped off of a Black Flame Blade Naginata over to a Mike's War Spear. And now watch top left, boom. Another amazing pot throw. Like, when you have stronger builds, you can appreciate like the silly moments that happen. Now this is after the Phantom got resummoned. I have my own bikes because this is a Dex-Faith build. Sometimes you just gotta have the not as fun weapons just to be able to clean up. And he was hit by the fire there, and yeah, this guy, even though he's heavy rolling, he's full go with a Colossal or near full go with the Colossal is really tough to deal with. Bye guys. And this one kind of this invasion shows off the spell utility after I send this guy off the ledge. Because we have another heavy rolling host with a Colossal sword. Now, if they're not heavy rolling, it is much different to fight, because they have ridiculous hyper armor and can also knock me out of things. However, I can fill up this entire hallway with Madness Eye Gunk. And here, at the, again, 22 Faith, Frenzied Burst Snipe. So there's just sometimes a lot of really cool stuff that that can happen when you're just chilling on a pretty strong build like this double Troll's Roar. See, so when at first you don't succeed, try Troll's Roar a second time and get the host and one of the Phantoms And this phantom is just like, oh no. And just like the despair emote. And then this is a solo Taunter's Tongue host. And so they drink their physic, I drink my physic, and at first I'm thinking we're gonna have a normal duel. And spoiler, like, this person's pretty cool. That's the spoilers. But as we're going along, like, you do have to like gauge in everything that's going on. They've got good hyper armor off of the flamberge. Yeah, so everything is, well, it's not like perfect, but like things are going. I am like, we're fighting, we're having a good time. They did good damage. I've done some decent damage. I ate a bolus. They hit me down, so I'm pretty much down to one hit, and yeah. So, and then they heal up, and I'm just like, well, we were dueling. So I'm just here. I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be a long, grueling one. So I have like a poison, and then I see them emoting, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They're just they just wanted to go for round 2. Like this is how you go for round 2 if you want to go for round 2 in duels. You do like a lot of emotes. You make it very obvious that you want, like, you're not trying to just be scummy about having more heals under like false pretense of duel. And now here we go, because I initially had Sacred Relic Sword, because that's more of, I was just going in under area control, seeing how it goes with the whip. And here though, you see the full power of Frost Big Axe, Little Axe. Yeah, because with chilling, and Butcher's Knife does heal you a little bit off of each hit, but mostly I'm using it because it's a keen scaling weapon. Well, actually, I kind of turned, well, I'm using it both because it is a dexterity scaling weapon. I love great axes, and the heal off of hit, including the missed hits, is all really nice. It is very strong, and I love it. But here I am using the icerind hatchet, which is another dex scaling one. It's just great, and then they're very careful to not stand in the ice. However, always remember my right-handed soft swap. GG, very nice, very fun duels, guy, and way to be outstanding in communication. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!